Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is your humble servant, Mr. Smith. And on the screen there, you see a 55-year-old Vince Neil. And if you don't know who Vince Neil is, he is the singer for the band Motley Crue, which was one of the biggest metal acts in the 80s and into the 90s, and they still are doing it. This picture of Vince was taken from a YouTube video in a concert he did in 2015. So he was about 55, I believe. He might have been 54, 56, but you get the idea, mid-50s. And he does not look good. Okay, if you watch the video, you will see what I mean. And he is not looking good, and he's not even singing the right lyrics to the songs. I don't think he's capable of doing that. And if you want to laugh, there's some YouTube videos of these concerts where somebody videotaped the concert and then tried to figure out what the heck he was saying, and some of the things that he's singing, like ham sandwich, and he throws these weird lyrics, and the guy, he can't even sing anymore. It's actually kind of sad, but I had a really good laugh, especially if you know the songs like Kickstart My Heart, their biggest hits, Kickstart My Heart, Shout at the Devil, Girls, 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 etc. So check that out if you want to laugh, if you know the band. If you're a hardcore Motley Crue fan, it might be not funny. Okay, but they were one of the biggest metal acts in the 80s and 90s, and they're still doing it. They were also, the whole band lived the bad boy rock star lifestyle, right? They would invite film crews to their homes, and they would have races in their expensive cars and have porn stars and beautiful girls all around, right? That whole fake rock star world. And these guys they kind of lived up to their reputation. They were kind of scummy. Vince Neil, for example, was arrested for drunk driving and manslaughter because he got into an accident being under the influence, and one of his passengers died. And I know some of the other band members had huge problems with hardcore drugs. Now, they were a rocking band, though, so I can't fault them for that. But you look on the screen there, you can see who they serve, right? Big old upside down pentagram. That's the horned image of the horned goat, right? The Baphomet. And they made no bones about it, right? I find it interesting that my next door neighbor, he was the same age as me. He became a huge Motley Crue fan when he was about 13, 14. And he had huge pentagrams in his room. And I always thought that was strange. I thought, this guy's Mr. Intellectual. His mom was a college professor at the local college. But then I find out later that his mom was probably into witchcraft. So his mom had no problem with him being into Motley Crue. Oh, and this neighbor of mine, I saw him about 8 years ago, and he doesn't look good either. He looks really bad. Just physically, I'm like, dude, what happened to you? Okay, so if you listen to this music and you get into this satanic lifestyle, you might want to think again, because there's a price. All right, there's a price. The biggest price is you can't get into the Most High God's kingdom if you keep following this lifestyle. The other big price is your health. But another interesting thing about Vince Neil is he had a daughter, Skylar, who died of kidney cancer in August of 1995. And I just find that almost too much of a coincidence. All these rock stars, movie stars, high corporate corporate execs, the Kennedy family, for example, they all have these family members that die at a young age. So I can't say this with surety, of course. This is just one possible explanation. But, a good chance that these kids were sacrificed to Moloch, right? The Molochian priesthood, which the Bible and the Most High God expressly forbids. You don't do that. Okay, but Lucifer will give you fame, fortune, wealth, riches, if you do sacrifice to him, right? Remember Sylvester Stallone's son? His son was 36 years old and then all of a sudden died of a drug overdose, just out of nowhere, and they never even mentioned what drugs. So I find that interesting. And I'm going to talk about that in another video. But anytime you hear these, rock stars, kid, strangely dying, car accident, airplane accident, helicopter accident, strange cancer, I've never known anybody that's died of kidney cancer. Not a one. Right? Strange drug overdose makes me wonder. So, if I didn't mention this, the thing about Vince Neil also, if you look at his picture, it's those T-Rex girly arms. He's got these little short arms now, and if you look at the older pictures, he didn't seem to have the pictures when he was young. He didn't seem to have those. That's another weird thing. Just an observation. Anyway, but as a warning to young people, if you get into this entertainment industry, rock star, rap, whatever, and it's all music, even the country and western, right? And all, if you get into this stuff, they're going to ask you to probably do rituals and do things if you want to be a star, and there's a heavy price for that. And things are coming to a head, right? Things are coming to a head, so people are gonna have to pick a side. You can't be lukewarm anymore. Christ said, "I'd rather have you be hot and cold than lukewarm, hot or cold." In other words, be fully on one side or the other. But Christ does not like people who pretend to be good or righteous, but dabble in wickedness behind the scenes and whatnot. Anyway, but if you want a good laugh, go check out those videos on these concerts from like 2015. And, and one more thing, it's not too late. It's not too late for Vince Neil to repent and come back to the righteous side of things. The Most High God is merciful beyond belief. Anywho, so I hope you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.